We're so close to 100% completion, and we have 64 orbs just like Nintendo 64. Hello everybody, it's here to you, and welcome to the finale of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. Throughout the Let's Play, we've been traveling across the world of Avalar to free this place from Ripto's rage. And in today's episode, it's time to go inside Ripto's arena.
Now that you've got the orbs, Ripto's demise is only moments away, right? Right? Well, anyway, good luck. He's right through this door.
Yeah. Yeah! Come back here, you useless animals!
Hey, Shorty, maybe I can help.
What? You again?
Yup. If you want to test that power crystal, why don't you try it on me? I'll stand still, I promise.
I like that idea. Dragon, you've just sealed your fate!
Spyro, we want to help you fight Ripto. Elora is using the orbs you collected to store power-up energy. Hunter will throw the powered-up orbs to you as they become ready. Even as we speak, the professor is experimenting with new forms of power-up energy, so you'll soon have abilities that no one has ever seen before.
And now it's time to face Ripto. So just like the fairy said, there'll be some orbs that'll be dropping around this arena, courtesy of Hunter, which means that he's going to be dropping them next to Ripto the entire match, and it's going to be a pain in the butt when that happens. So basically what's going to happen is that the orbs will be dropping across this area. You and Ripto can both use them. When Ripto uses them, he'll be able to power up some of his attacks, which isn't very nice, but luckily for you, you can do that too. The blue orbs, when you get them, they'll update your supercharge. You can use that to charge against Ripto. When you use the green orbs, this will give you kind of like a bomb attack where you'll spit out a green bomb thing. Now the arch of this is a little bit hard to aim with, so I don't personally recommend using this one. Now the red one will give you an enhanced fire ability, which is very useful. As for Ripto himself, when he gets these abilities, when he gets the red orbs, he'll slam on the ground and there'll be a red ring of death that'll be floating around. So, sorry Xbox players. I'm just kidding. The blue one will give you like a bit of a force field, and he'll chase after you for a moment, and the green one will have make him go around in a circle and spitting green fire and things like that. Now, the thing about this boss fight is it can be a little bit tricky to get the orbs before Ripto, especially because it seems like Hunter keeps going after them before you get a chance to. But just keep an eye out for where Hunter is going to be flying around and go for them before Ripto can. Now if you're having trouble with this, what I recommend you do is, even though your firing charge won't hurt Ripto, they can still stun him, at least during the first part of the battle. During the second phase of the battle, it's going to be a little bit trickier. The fire attacks that Ripto will be doing will be a little bit harder to avoid, so you gotta be careful with that. But I've noticed that it's a little bit easier to avoid them if you're closer to Crush, so that's very appreciative on the level design part. Just know that it is going to be a little bit harder to get to the orbs before the Robot Crush can, because he's a lot bigger, so it's going to be a little hard to get around him. But there is an upside to this, because if Gulp, or no, that's not Gulp, that's Crush. If Crush manages to get all the red orbs, then the special tech that he'll use is that he'll fire a red fire head that'll be following you for a bit. But you can actually lure this back around to Robot Crush and make it damage itself, which is pretty amusing. I don't know if you can do this for any of the other attacks that Crush can do, but just keep that in mind. And let me just say, thankfully, there is no Robot Gulp, because my goodness, fighting that thing once was more than enough. That voice clip of Ripto going on like, what? It's like my favorite voice clip he's ever done in the game. now we're taking the fight to the sky. So this is kind of one of those things where it's either going to be super difficult, it's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. So what we're doing right now is that we're going to be following around Ripto as he flies around the arena. Now, it can be a little bit tricky to avoid the green sparky attacks that he'll be throwing at you, but as you can see on screen, if you do a loop by pressing the R button, you can avoid these, and it's going to be pretty nice. So, I gotta say, even though I personally think I like Nasty Nork more as a Spyro villain, I gotta say, this is a much better final boss than in the first Spyro game, in my personal opinion. Like, as much as I love the original Spyro the Dragon, and I will stand by my opinion that I think that's the better game, the final boss in that one wasn't too great, so I'm really happy to see that they stepped it up a bit with Ripto's Rage. And speaking of which, let's talk about Ripto himself. So, the name is kind of weird, right? The name comes from how the Japanese spelling of Spyro looks in English. I'll have a picture on screen right now. The logo made it look like it says Ripto, and that's where the name came from. So that's something that's pretty interesting. And some more miscellaneous fun facts about this is the fact that the European version of this game is actually called Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer. This is actually the reason why I named the first episode of this. Yeah, it's something that's pretty interesting. And now Ripto is defeated.
Hey!
I don't think we could ever thank you enough, Spyro. I suppose you have to go now?
Yeah, I'd better. They'll be missing me in the Dragon Worlds, and I've still got a vacation to take. I need it more than ever now.
Before you go, I think that Moneybags has something he wants to give you.
I most certainly do not.
Hunter? Spyro, Moneybags is very sorry that he made you pay so much on your way through Avalar. We want you to keep the gems as a reward for helping us.
Wow, thanks. Sparks, can you grab them?
Let me just type in the new coordinates and there. Spyro, you can now go to Dragon Shores.
Hey, why don't you guys come with me? I bet you could use a holiday.
I'm afraid we can't, Spyro. Ripto may be gone, but he caused a lot of damage during his short stay. We'll be cleaning up for weeks. Just remember, though, that you can always get back to Avalar from Dragon Shores if you want to visit.
Well, okay. Come on, Sparks. We got a lot of vacation to catch up on.
Yeah.
And that was 80 Let's Play of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. So, even though if I did come across as a bit more negative towards this game, especially during that big chunk in Autumn Plains, I gotta say, I still had a really fun time working on this series, and I say this every single time, but it's always true. I've been wanting to cover Spyro 2 for a very, very long time, and like I said earlier in the Let's Play, the story about how this happened was the fact that after like a year or two after I did the first game, I was planning out a Let's Play for the PlayStation version of this game, but then the Reignited trilogy was announced, and then I was waiting for this game to come to Nintendo Switch so that I could actually play it, and that's why it took so long to get around to doing the sequel. So, yeah, this was a pretty fun ride. Now, I do stand by my opinion that I personally think that of the original trilogy, I think the first game is still a much better game, but Ripto's Rage is still a lot of fun to play through, and if you're a fan of 3D Mario games, then the structure of this one might be better suited for you, because the missions structure is fairly similar to those games. Now, I will say that we're not quite done yet. I have 2 bonus videos planned. There is a bonus level they can get after 100% completion, just like in the first game. But here's the thing. I've never played it before, so that bonus video will be my blind reaction to it. The second bonus video will be going over something that we never once mentioned during the Let's Play, and I did that intentionally. There's a thing in every level called skill points, where it's like a special achievement you can do in every level that will get you like some kind of special skill point award thingy. It's basically like an achievement for Xbox or a trophy from PlayStation. It doesn't give you much, but it's still pretty fun. So I will be making another bonus video showing where all those are, because I don't think we ever got one during the Let's Play. So that's going to be pretty fun. I don't know when these bonus videos are going to happen. The skill point one will probably happen first, but it really depends on what I feel like doing at the time. We all know that I already have a pretty big backlog of bonus videos to get around to. So that's for what's going on the channel. Currently, we are playing through The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We have Splatoon 2 Splatfest still ongoing, and we recently started up Pikmin 3 side stories. So those are all going to continue, and we'll be getting around to a whole new Let's Play pretty soon. But here's the thing. I usually give a teaser about what's coming next, but it's a little bit different this time around, because the next Let's Play is something you're choosing. I recently uploaded the 300 subscriber special video, where I asked my viewers to decide on a future Let's Play. And one of those games is going to be the next Let's Play. I don't know what the results are yet at the time that I'm recording this video. I haven't even recorded that special at the time that I'm recording this. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than look forward to the 300 subscriber special or something like that. So, thank you all so much for watching Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. Hopefully it doesn't take us another eternity to get around to Let's Playing another Spyro game. I have a vague idea on when I want to do Spyro 3, but yeah, I don't want to make any promises, but hopefully the next Spyro Let's Play won't be too far off. Also, I want to say real quick that one thing that's lame about the Reignited trilogy is all three games have the same credits. They didn't remake the original PlayStation credits for these games, and it kind of bums me out. So during the bonus video, we'll be taking care of the bonus level in the game for 100% completion. We will be demonstrating the PlayStation credits. And also, these credits are like 20 minutes long, so I'm probably going to fast forward it. So thank you all so much for watching this Let's Play of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, and until next time, Lady Gear to you.
I don't think we could ever thank you enough, Spyro.